Relocation didn't upgrade my career. Something else did. Leverage did. And if you will understand where leverage comes from, you can relocate 5 times and still feel stuck in the same position. So today, I want to talk about leverage when it comes to the place of relocation and how leverage has helped me so far in my career, particularly in my relocation journey. Leverage is key. Leverage is very key, very important. And that is what this video is all about. Before I ever worked in Europe, I had already been a CTO. I had already led large engineering teams. I already designed systems that operated at large scales, from fintech to telecoms, aviation to power, different sectors. So I've operated on large systems, large engineering teams, and on different sectors. So when I located, I wasn't looking for a reset. I was entering an environment that would pressure test my leverage. I was entering an environment that will gauge if my leverage is worthwhile. And that distinction matters more than people realized. That distinction of environment pressure gauging your leverage is very important, and it matters when you are located. What is leverage? Leverage is when your impact grows faster than your effort. If your value only increases when you work harder, you don't have leverage. If your value, what you contribute to your team, what you contribute to the company, only increases when you work harder, then you don't have leverage. Because global careers don't reward effort. They don't reward how much harder you work. They reward your leverage. Leverage number 1. System that you build must work without you. Say how? Early in careers, most careers, value is personal. You want to show who you are. You want to really demonstrate that you can do it. You want to be everywhere. Early careers, that may be acceptable. Then, in your early career, you are valuable because you know something, because you can fix something, because you bring something to the table. That's still fine. That's still okay. But at senior levels, that becomes a liability. The real question becomes, what continues to work when you are not involved? Or maybe I should paraphrase it. What continues to work when I'm not involved? Payment platforms, medical systems, regulated software. I've been there. This environment, they don't care how smart you are. They care whether the system survives you. They care whether when you are not there, the system will continue to run. Those environments, they care if whatever you have built can continue to sustain itself when you are not there. When you are on leave, what happens? Do people have to call you out of your leave to come back because things are no more working because you are not there? Have leverage. They care whether the system survives you, and that is leverage. Number 2, leverage. How good is your decision? How quality is your decision when you are under pressure? This is another form of leverage that people must pay attention to. Must pay great attention to such a leverage. Different countries always bring different constraints, different regulations. Regulation changes, culture changes. People relocate and get culture shock. The risk tolerance of different countries differ. The risk that you tolerate in Africa that people can gloss over, here in Europe, nobody gloss over them. They must be taken care of. They must be observed. They must be examined. They must be planned for. They must be mitigated. But one thing you should know is this. Leverage stays the same. That test stays the same. Can you make sound decisions under pressure? Can you make sound decisions when the context shifts? Can you make that sound decision when the resources that are there get out of your hand? They are no more there. Not fast decisions. Not quick decisions. Not, just do something. not loud decisions. So people can hear you. They can know you are talking. They can know you are the one in authority. No, the defensible decisions. Decisions that you make that you don't coax others to come and agree. You don't coax your subordinates, people that are your hired end, to agree to your decision. Data-backed decisions. That scales globally. Everywhere you go, that scale matters. Number 3, you must multiply. You should multiply other engineers. You should multiply other engineers. And here's where many people get seniority wrong. Seniority is not about you doing more, it's about you doing less and doing more with other people. That's seniority. Are you giving a junior engineer, a senior engineer, and you are a tech lead, and you are able to do things by yourself, and you say, oh, these guys are wasting time, and you run by yourself, you finish? It's not sustainable. You must do more with people. You must do more. Listen. When people think seniority it's about producing more outputs, no, it isn't. In reality, senior engineers increase the output of others. And when you get that, you have leverage. Yes, leverage. When I led large teams, for example, my role wasn't to be everywhere. My role wasn't to do everything. My role wasn't to make sure everything gets done by myself. No, it was to remove friction, to remove barriers, to make 10 people operate like 20. Yes, that ability to multiply engineers travels along. It goes everywhere you go. I've built a system across Africa. I've led engineering organizations at scale. I now work on regulated medical software in Europe. Different domains, right? But same principles work here. Leverage is what scale. If you're still watching, here's why this matters. Because most people, they plan global careers around movement, when the real advantage actually comes from leverage. Here's the trap that people fall into. People think relocation creates leverage. No, it doesn't. It doesn't create leverage. Leverage is built before you relocate, before you move. You've got to build your leverage before you move. You've got to develop yourself before you move. Relocation only reveals whether you have leverage, whether it exists in you. Relocation only reveals whether you are developed, whether you are built up, whether you are loaded, or whether you are shallow. That's why some people, when they come abroad, they accelerate quickly. But others, they stop. Why do they accelerate? Because they have leverage. Why did they stop? Because they don't have leverage. So you've got to really work hard on yourself and build leverage. Leverage remains the same, but environment changes. What you know here may not work on both. But if you learn enough, you'll be able to bring them to bear. You can always go back to your wealth of resources, your wealth of experience, and you will do what you need to do, and you'll do it successfully. So how do you build leverage intentionally? Because it's very important to build leverage. You want a career that scales globally? There are things you must focus on. And here are those things you must focus on. Number 1, design system that doesn't depend on heroics or on you yourself. Design system that anyone can build. That's number 1. You must also improve the quality of your decisions. When you make decisions, how quality is that decision? Are they based on gut feelings or on data? Data-driven decisions will always outrun or will always win gut feelings. Very important you take note of that. Very key. Make other engineers more effective. That's number 3. Help them to be more effective. Remove barriers. Help them to be more effective. Provide incentives for them to be able to deliver more. Optimize for long-term trust. Number 4, you've got to optimize for long-term trust. With doing that, you know you are building leverage. And these are relocation skills. No. These are leadership skills. It works everywhere. It works over there in Africa. It works here in Europe. You go to the US, Americas, it works. You go to China, it works. Go to Australia, it works. Go to Arabia, it works. It works everywhere. They are great leadership skills. So, location didn't upgrade my career. It was leverage that did. So let me ask you, what do you think actually scaled globally? Location or leverage?